Welcome to this lesson on position, direction, and coordinates. These skills come up regularly on the LANTITE, often in map reading and grid-based questions. By the end of this lesson, you will be confident reading and plotting coordinates in all four quadrants, using compass directions, and following directional instructions on grids and maps. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to read and plot coordinates on the Cartesian plane, including in the four quadrants where x and y values can be negative. You will know the 8 main compass directions and how to use them to describe position and movement. And you will be able to follow and write directional instructions to navigate around grids and simple maps. The Cartesian plane is built from two perpendicular number lines. The x-axis runs horizontally from left to right. The y-axis runs vertically from bottom to top. They cross at the origin, which is the point 0, 0. Any point on the plane is described by an ordered pair, written as x, y in brackets. The x value tells you how far to go left or right, and the y value tells you how far to go up or down. A useful memory trick is along the hall and up the wall. The x-coordinate takes you along the corridor, and the y-coordinate takes you up the stairs. The x and y axes divide the plane into 4 quadrants, numbered anti-clockwise starting from the top right. Quadrant 1 is the top right, where both x and y are positive. Quadrant 2 is the top left, where x is negative and y is positive. Quadrant 3 is the bottom left, where both are negative. Quadrant 4 is the bottom right, where x is positive and y is negative. On the LANTITE, you may need to identify which quadrant a point lies in, or plot points with negative coordinates, so make sure you are comfortable with all 4 quadrants. Let's plot some coordinates. A teacher asks students to plot A at 1, 3, B at 4, 3, C at 4, 1, and D at 1, 1. For point A, we go right 1 along the x-axis and up 3 on the y-axis. For B, right 4 and up 3. For C, right 4 and up 1. For D, right 1 and up 1. When we connect them in order, we see AB and CD are horizontal lines of length 3, and BC and DA are vertical lines of length 2. The shape is a rectangle, 3 units wide and 2 units tall. Compass directions are essential for map reading on the LANTITE. There are 4 cardinal directions: north, east, south, and west. Between these are the intercardinal directions: northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. North is always at the top of a map unless told otherwise. A classic Australian memory aid is never eat soggy Weet-Bix, going clockwise from north. When describing position, we say things like the library is northeast of the school. When describing movement, we say walk 2 blocks south, then turn east. Let's use compass directions with coordinates. The library is at position 2, 4, and the canteen is at 5, 1. To find what direction the canteen is from the library, we compare the coordinates. The canteen's x-coordinate is 5, which is greater than the library's 2, so the canteen is to the right, meaning east. The canteen's y-coordinate is 1, which is less than the library's 4, so the canteen is lower, meaning south. Since the canteen is both east and south, the answer is southeast. Now, let's follow directional instructions on a grid. A student starts at position 1, 2, and follows 3 instructions. First, move 3 units east. East means right, so we add 3 to the x-coordinate, going from 1 to 4. The position is now 4, 2. Next, move 2 units north. North means up, so we add 2 to the y-coordinate, going from 2 to 4. The position is now 4, 4. Finally, move 1 unit west. West means left, so we subtract 1 from the x-coordinate, going from 4 to 3. The final position is 3, 4. Always track x and y separately. Here is a LANTITE-style question. A teacher sets up a treasure hunt on a coordinate grid. The treasure is exactly halfway between the point -2, 3, and the point 6, -1. To find the midpoint, we average the coordinates. The x-coordinate of the midpoint is -2 plus 6 divided by 2, which equals 4 divided by 2, which is 2. The y-coordinate is 3 plus -1 divided by 2, which is 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So the treasure is at position 2, 1. The midpoint formula is a very useful tool for these kinds of questions. Here are common mistakes to watch out for. First, always write coordinates as x then y, not the other way around. Remember, along the hall and up the wall. Second, be careful with negative coordinates when using compass directions. East is positive x, west is negative x, north is positive y, south is negative y. Third, on a standard grid or map, north is always at the top, with y values increasing upward. And fourth, pay close attention to the wording of compass direction questions. Saying the school is north of the park means the school is above the park on the map. Now it is your turn. Pause the video and try these 5 problems. Problem 1. What are the coordinates of a point that is 3 units right and 2 units up from the origin? Problem 2. In which quadrant is the point -4, 5? Problem 3. A student walks from position 2, 3 to 5, 3. What compass direction did they walk? Problem 4. What is the midpoint of -6, 2, and 4? -2. Problem 5. A student starts at 3, 1, moves 2 units north, then 4 units west. What is the final position? Check your answers on screen. Let's recap the key ideas. Coordinates are written as x then y. Go along the x-axis first, then up or down the y-axis. The 4 quadrants are numbered anti-clockwise from the top right, with quadrant 1 being positive, positive, quadrant 2 negative, positive, quadrant 3 negative, negative, and quadrant 4 positive, negative. The 8 compass directions are north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and northwest. When following directions, east and west change the x-coordinate, while north and south change the y-coordinate. To find a midpoint, average the coordinates. On the LANTITE, always read carefully whether the question asks from A to B or from B to A, because the direction reverses.